Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to come in here and do this is going to be so fast. It's not going to be a really long review. But I did go watch Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters today. And before I continue on with this video, I will say this. So I went into this movie really feeling like the bar was low for me. And the reason why I say that is because I think after like the first teasers of Deadpool and Wolverine, I felt like for me personally, the excitement started to go down. It started to weigh down. I don't know if it's because I don't know if you want to call it Marvel fatigue. I don't know if you want to call it only because for the past 2-3 years now, Marvel has been disappointing, and then obviously things got picked back up again with X-Men 97, and I was excited, but then just sort of like looking at the posters of Deadpool and Wolverine, I was like, is this gonna be corny? Is this gonna give me a little, another Thor Love and Thunder? What is this gonna give? So I went into this film thinking like, the bar is low. The bar is low for me. Like from now on until I would say for the next 3 years, I'm always gonna put the bar low until the MCU can prove me right every single time. I went that way with X-Men 97 too. With X-Men 97, I was like, okay, the bar is low. What's happening here? And X-Men 97 blew me out the park, and I was like, okay, what's happening? And then the same thing with it was the same thing with Deadpool and Wolverine. I was like, okay, no, y'all brought Hugh Jackman back. Like, even though I think that y'all should be focusing on more bringing you new characters in, really putting a lot of effort into their storylines, into their backstory. But here we are. And so I went in there like, you know what? Let's see what it's giving. And let me just say this. I love the film. Like from start to finish, like y'all, like from the beginning, I was just like so entertained throughout this whole film, y'all. Like Deadpool like there's no other character like him. And let me just say this too. I was never really into like the Deadpool character in and of itself. Like even like the in the comics and stuff, like I just never been into I'm not really into like these you know, I don't know, characters that don't have like powers in that way. I mean, they all have powers, but like I mean like the Wolverine types of the world. Like I'm not into like the Batman types of the world. It's just they're not particularly my cup of tea. Like I'm more into like the Magnetos, the Storms of the world, like the even Professor X's of the world, even though Professor X is not, and he doesn't use his powers to his fullest extent. But like I'm into those kind of like comic book characters compared to like the Wolverine types, because I feel like the Wolverine types and the Deadpool types at times can be very overhyped, and I think a lot of times these movie studios, because like there is a section within some, it's not only just like these superhero fan bases but other fan bases too, but like they like this like machismo kind of characters where it's like they're mostly fist fighting, or they just their powers are very minimal, but yet the studios want to push them to be larger than life, even though you guys have like a freaking Magneto, y'all have a Scarlet Witch on y'all team, y'all have people that have like extraordinary, like just amazing powers that I feel like y'all could be utilizing, but yet y'all pushing someone like a Wolverine, thinking that like he's really gonna do anything. But that's neither here or there. But like I never really been into these types of things. But like in and of itself, like when I look at Deadpool, when I look at Wolverine, and when they're in their own thing, like when they're in their own movies and stuff, it's like I enjoy it. I enjoy them for what they are. And the same goes with Deadpool. And I feel like with Deadpool's personality is so fucking like I swear to God, we were dying throughout that whole theater. We were dying throughout the whole Deadpool was having us laughing our asses off to the and I'm gonna be talking about a little bit of spoilers here and there, not too much because I do want y'all to whoever if y'all gonna go watch it, y'all go watch it. I should definitely suggest y'all guys go watch it for yourselves. But this, as far as like with the comedy in Deadpool, I feel like this is what really the comedy needs to be like across the board within all these MCU films. Like they did the damn thing with the writing in this movie. Like the writing was on point, the comedy, the punchlines, the cultural references, it was so on point. And I feel like, the MC, Disney and them needs to take some notes, some bullet points on how to do comedy sketches, how to do comedy bits within their films. Like all these corny ass jokes that they be having in like these Tom Holland Spider-Man, all these other, Thor Love and Thunder, all these things, the Thor movies. It's like y'all need to take a page out of the Deadpool movies and take these comedy bits and do them in your films, because it's like every joke hit. Every joke hit. Everybody in the theater was legit laughing their asses off, me included. Me included. It's like the timing, the comedy timing was just so amazing, y'all. Like I actually want to go see it a second time. I want to go see it a second time. I think that overall, I honestly, had this film just been purely just a comedy and not the fight scenes, even though the fight scenes were really great, but like as well, but like I think that if this movie was just pure, just like them having dialogue, I think that it still would have done well. I still would have loved it, because that's how much like the dialogue, the back and forth between Deadpool and his peers, Deadpool and Wolverine, it was so funny. It was so funny. And I thought that like, yo, like this is how you do it. This is how you, if y'all want to tell, bring comedic timing or bring humor into superhero films, this is how you do it. I'm sorry, like Thor Love and Thunder, the writers there, they need to look at this really and really be like, okay, like this is how we need to do it, and put a little bit of our own little twang to it. So to me, I just felt like there's nobody like Ryan Reynolds did his thing. Like everything was believable. You could tell like he is Deadpool through and through. Like, and the same goes with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Of course, we've always known Hugh Jackman. There's nobody else that can play Wolverine but Hugh Jackman. I think Hugh Jackman also did a really great job in this film. I thought that his dynamic with Ryan Reynolds was really, really good. I enjoyed it so much from start to finish. It was just like their chemistry was just amazing. And here's also another thing too that I also want to bring up, as far as like with a lot of the dialogues and a lot of the stuff that they had in it. Because this, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, if y'all are into like if y'all are not into like the racy, like especially like with explicit language and some of the shit, like that kind of stuff, then this will not be a film for you. But like you know how it is nowadays. And this is just for like as far as like people of like our society nowadays. People have an issue with like quote unquote woke or quote unquote blah blah blah. And I guess you can say like in Deadpool they do tend to lean into that, but make it into where it's like it's so hilarious. It was so hilarious that like it's not even like you just have to accept that. And I think that there won't be as many complaints with Deadpool when it comes to like touching on those issues or touching on some of those jokes within the film. And especially for the fact, because I think I'm not sure, but y'all can somebody correct me if I'm wrong about this in the comment section. But like I don't know, I think I heard this, I don't know, but like they said that apparently Deadpool is like what, pansexual in the comics or something like that. I don't know. Y'all guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but Deadpool is definitely bisexual. Like because so yeah, some of the things that he was saying to Wolverine, some of the things that like even like there's this one, and I'm gonna spoil this. Like I said, I'm gonna do a little spoilers here and there, but like There's this one scene where Wolverine had his shirt off, and Deadpool was just so hilarious in that in that instant, where people in the theater, we were laughing so hard. Deadpool's definitely giving me, I don't know, like bi-curious or bisexual tease. And I don't know if he's like that in the comics. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but like they definitely leaned heavily into that in this film. But it was done in such a creative, fun, entertaining way that it's just like it's not even something that like these because there are in every single in fan base, but like there's sometimes these whiners and criers where they do talk about, oh, just too woke, oh, they lean too much into the quote unquote agenda, blah blah blah. But I think that with this one, it was done in there are times where like in some films you can tell like it's like, ugh, they're pushing, you can tell like they're trying to like they're doing too much, like it's like they're trying too hard. For me, I didn't get that with Deadpool. I didn't get that with Deadpool and Wolverine. I felt like everything felt very organic, and I enjoyed it very much. Um, like I said, there were definitely it's definitely a cool film. There was definitely some cameos. Definitely some cameos. I'm not gonna say all the cameos on this video, because for those who do want to go watch the film, I suggest you guys go watch it. And y'all guys go. There was one I was pleasantly surprised to see them in the film. As far as like with the cameos. But I will say this though. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I'm about to give one cameo that I do have a critique of. That I'm about to discuss. So spoiler alert, if y'all guys don't want to know, please click off or skip some parts. But I will say this though. There is one cameo that I wasn't feeling. And that was Channing Tatum's Gambit. I'll be honest with you. Y'all, I'm sorry. Channing Tatum looks stuffed in that Gambit outfit, okay? He was not he, and apparently I had to go look this up because I wanted to see like, did he play a Gambit before in the past or something like that? But apparently he was meant to play Gambit in a solo film apparently in the past, but it didn't end up happening. And honestly, y'all, when I saw Channing Tatum as Gambit, I was just kind of like, ugh. I was like, ugh. Like, it's just, I don't know. He looked stuffed. Even the whole the outfit didn't look like it really fit him that well. Um, yeah, if they're gonna do this, I hope that they choose another actor. It's no shade to Channing Tatum. I like him very much, but he just doesn't. He doesn't look like Gambit to me. It's like when you look at Gambit, you don't think Channing Tatum. Like you need someone like more like slim, slim, muscular, tall. Like I don't know. It's just Channing Tatum to me personally. I'm just not feeling him as Gambit. Like hopefully this just stays as a cameo because he is not the right pick for Gambit. It's no shade. It's no shade. It's no shade. Okay, and that's just the one cameo where I felt like I was just like, okay, like, all right, he looks stuffed. But hopefully he stays there. Hopefully they pick a different actor. If they're gonna do this, because I know they're definitely gonna go into the X-Men, bringing the X-Men into the MCU. So hopefully, it's someone where it actually looks like a Gambit and not Channing Tatum. But there were also other cameos too, and I won't spoil who was there. If y'all guys gonna go watch it, y'all guys can. But yeah, like I thought that some of the cameos that were there was so cool. It was so cool, and I was happy to see those characters on my screen. I will say this though, the Emma, what's her name? Emma Corrin. She played Cassandra Nova, and Cassandra is Professor X's sister. Let me say something. This is a bad bitch, okay? This is a bad bitch, okay? This is how you do like a telekinesis kind of character. Like I said before in the beginning of this video, a lot of times, these studios like to downplay the characters that have like really cool powers, like just like like can fuck you up. And a lot of times they like to downplay those kind of characters for like the machismo kind of dudes like Wolverine or Deadpool. But in this film in particular, I didn't feel like they downplayed Cassandra Nova's powers. Like I felt like she was like she was whooping ass. She was really putting the beats on Deadpool and Wolverine. We love to see it. I thought that she was very convincing. I thought that she was very cool. And I really hope to see her more. Really, in future X-Men films or something. I would like to see her dynamic with Professor X, and that their upbringing. I think that it would be so cool to see her, because I think that she was so menacing and very like, just like I can snap your neck in like 1.5 seconds. Like that's basically what she was telling to Deadpool. And Deadpool, some of Deadpool's dialogue with her was so funny. So I thought that Cassandra Nova, was, as a character, great, great, great. I thought the actress Emma did amazing in this role. I just remember she actually also played Princess Diana in The Crown, Emma Corrin. So I just thought of that. But yeah, like I think that she was really cool. I thought that she was a really good choice for this role. And I think that, I hope to see her more. I thought that she was really she did her big one. She definitely did her big one in this film. Her powers were not downplayed. She was very effective, like I said before. So I thought that it was really amazing to see her and to see that story come to light. What else I got? Um, but yeah, like I think overall, if I were to honestly give, as far as like a rating, I would give Deadpool and Wolverine like a 9 out of 10 for me. This 9 out of 10. I felt like it was a really good film. It was very enjoyable. The comedy was just on point. Like it was so funny. Even and the movie didn't feel long. It didn't feel long. It didn't feel short. It was just the right proper timing. It's just had the audience just laughing. And it's films like these that really, really, like, we're happy to go to the theaters. We're happy to, do put our money, give our money in and want to be a part of that, and be a part of the community to watch films like this. And I think that, you know, will we be seeing more? Well, Hugh Jackman and the MCU, we'll have to wait and see. But I thought that this film was a really good, really, really great film. I will say this though, and I'm gonna end it here. It's no shade. Ryan Reynolds, in a way, I can kind of see where. I remember Quentin Tarantino said something one time about Ryan Reynolds, where he was like, Ryan Reynolds can do like a $30 million Netflix film, but it doesn't mean anything because everything's just been pumped out. Right, I think Ryan Reynolds has settled with the fact that like he is somewhat typecast, you know, because if it ain't Deadpool, baby, like there ain't nothing else we won't watch with Ryan Reynolds. It's no shade, like, and that's just coming from me personally. Like I think that Ryan Reynolds is like, he is Deadpool through and through, and it's like I can't really see him in anything else, because he, even just him talking, like I was just watching an interview of him. He talks like that. It's like they're one and the same. Like I don't know if he's gonna try to want to be versatile anytime soon or something, but like Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. Like, and maybe he's definitely comfortable with that. And he's always wanted to play Deadpool for a long time, but like, to me, I think Ryan Reynolds has accepted and is comfortable with the fact that he is typecast to be playing this character, because he also sounds like the character. Like that's him. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. But because also the thing is too, like, I know people are gonna be like, oh well, Wolverine is just. I'm like, man, Hugh Jackman can sing. Hugh Jackman can dance. He's been in musicals and stuff. Like he's done things. Okay, Hugh Jackman is no way typecast in the way that Ryan Reynolds is typecast. So that's just my thoughts on that. Anyway, y'all guys tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Did you guys watch Deadpool and Wolverine? Are you guys planning to watch Deadpool Wolverine? How would you rate it? Do you guys think that the MCU is back? Should we raise up the bar? I know we've had some, and in Deadpool, Deadpool has poked fun in the film, talking about some, we had some L's these last few years with the movies and the multiverse stuff. So, I think, they're listening. The writers, the Kevin Feige and them, they're listening. This is another W for the MCU. First X-Men 97, now Deadpool Wolverine. This is a major W for them. And I think I saw that. Let's see, that it's actually doing really well in the box office, which is also a really good thing as well. Let me see. News says here, Deadpool and Wolverine shatters box office records as 400 million global opening. Okay, so it's doing well. It looks to be destined to be the destined to be the biggest R-rated opening in history. So listen, y'all, is the MCU back? That's really another question too, that we need to look at it from that standpoint. I think, it could be. It definitely, looking at X-Men 97, looking at Deadpool Wolverine, it's here to stay. Marvel, they wanna make things better, and they definitely are. So shout out to them. I thought that it was a really great film. Shout out to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. They did their thing. Couldn't have been done without them. So y'all tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000. I'll thank y'all so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.